pregnancy slash baby slash kid slash mommy channel. My name is Jen and I am 5.5 months pregnant with my 5th baby. I have 4 other kids and the ages range from about 7, 7.5 to 1.5. I've had a lot of people just over the last few years ask me different questions, just kind of, you know, mommy related questions. I by no means claim to be an expert at all in really anything to do with kids or being a mommy, but I think just through experience and kind of trial and error, I have opinions and I have suggestions and tips, and I just thought that it would be fun to share some of those on a separate channel from my other channels. If you haven't seen me sort of on YouTube before, I have a beauty channel, Modern Mom 1, and I also have a family vlog channel, Modern Mom for Life, and I will link both those channels down below. I thought I would start my first video by sharing some sort of essentials that I have found that I just cannot do without during my pregnancies. There's always been like a few products that I find myself reaching for like time after time after time, and they just kind of, you know, they just kind of help you get through your pregnancy with a little more ease. If any of this stuff helps, then that's a plus. So the first thing I'm going to start with is the ever so popular What to Expect When You Are Expecting book. Now, this has been around, well before I had my first child. Like I said, that's almost going to be 8 years ago. This is actually the revised version. There was a version just before this one. The reason you can tell is because like they changed the chick on the front. She's a lot more stylish in her maternity garb than in the old. I think like in the old book she's wearing like this like flowery smock or something like a Little House on the Prairie. Anyway, this thing, it really is like a pregnancy Bible. I mean, you have a question, you have a concern, you have like anything that you're worried about or thinking about, this pretty much will cover most of what you can come up with. And like I said, if you are at all pregnant or have been pregnant or whatever, there's a good chance you own this book already, or you flipped through it, or you've seen somebody with it. It just kind of goes through your pregnancy month to month and tells you what you can expect as far as symptoms for that month, what complications you could maybe run into, and then it kind of does like a question answer section where it's kind of like the most common questions that women have like for that month in their pregnancy. It also goes through things you can do prior to getting pregnant, and it also goes through a lot of things like special needs pregnancies or multiple pregnancies. It has a section even for dads that maybe you might need to read to them about. I really just reach for it every single time that I'm pregnant. Every once in a while I'll just like grab it and, you know, I'll flip through whatever section I'm on. So right now I'm on the verge of being 6 months pregnant, so I'm flipped to that section and just kind of read through it, and it's just kind of good. It's kind of a good refresher. That's my first must-have. My second, so of course, you know, want to take a prenatal vitamin. That's kind of a given. Ideally, you want to start taking your prenatal vitamin even before you're pregnant, just because it helps in elevating your levels of like folic acid, which is important for the development of the baby's spine, and so you kind of want to already have that present before you get pregnant. But I wanted to mention these because there's a lot of brands of prenatal vitamins, and prior to this one I was taking the Materna. The only issue I had with those was that it kind of made my stomach a little upset. My husband actually picked me up this one, and it's the Jameson prenatal vitamin, and it just seems to be a little bit more milder on my stomach. My next must-have for pregnancy is, okay, this is probably, okay, I would say this is near number 1, my most like used and reached for product. It's kind of ratty looking, but This is like a pregnancy, I don't really know what they're technically called, but it's like a pregnancy bandage kind of belt thing. And it's got like three-quarters of it is like this really stretchy bandagey material. And then it's just kind of got this like cottony, like a Velcro on one side. It's adjustable, so you can wear it through your entire pregnancy. I don't tend to start wearing it until like about month 4, 5. Like recently I've started wearing it. You just wear it kind of around your hips and it dips sort of underneath your belly, and it just gives you like a little added support because you start to feel like front heavy. Even when you're not huge, you just start to feel like a little off balance. A lot of women get pain like in their hips, especially near the end of pregnancy, kind of just from carrying all the weight. Like I told my husband, this is the next best thing to him, just like walking around with me everywhere I go, like holding like my belly up because you get to a point where you feel like that's what you need. So anyway, I love it. I love it. If you can find any form of this kind of bandagey thing, like I said, it doesn't go over your belly, it goes under your belly and just like supports the weight of your belly. This thing's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have 2 more products. My next set of products is creams, and I know a lot of women are concerned about getting stretch marks during pregnancy, which is a valid concern. Like I know it's not, you know, end of the world if you don't have to get them, right? Like who wants them? My theory is that it's not so much the kind of cream you use as far as ingredients. Again, that's just what I think, because I know there's all these creams marketed for like pregnant women, and I don't really think, to be honest with you, that they're going to stop stretch marks from coming. I think a lot of it has to do with your own, you know, makeup, and some people are just more prone to getting stretch marks and some people aren't. I haven't used the same products throughout all my pregnancies, and I didn't really see that there was like any difference between using like one that I bought at a maternity store as opposed to just like a cream. This one is from Motherhood Maternity, and it's actually called Stretch Mark Prevention Lotion. And then I have this other one that's specifically for your breasts, because I don't know, it's different I guess there, because you have delicate breast tissue. I've used both of these. I've used a whole bunch of other ones that are just like I don't have around anymore, and then there's been some pregnancies that I've just used like pharmacy creams, like drugstore creams. I've used everything from Bath and Body Works cream. I also have a Body Shop cocoa butter body butter. If you were to ask me, I don't think you have to necessarily spend the extra money on these specific like pregnancy creams. I just think that you just want to try to keep yourself as moisturized as possible, and then just cross your fingers and hope for the best. Obviously you want to try to keep your weight gain down, and I mean, you don't want to be on a diet, but obviously if you don't gain, you know, excess weight, you're going to be less prone to getting stretch marks. My last product, this pillow right here. And again, I don't know what it is called, and I think I might have gotten it at Babies R Us. Kind of looks like a, I don't know, a V, I guess. And it's huge. Hello! This pillow here is like just the right shape to kind of like cradle under your stomach and go in between your legs, and sort of have like up here to kind of just like rest your arm on, because you find that about halfway through your pregnancy onto, you know, basically till the end of your pregnancy, you're sleeping on your side pretty much all of the time. A lot of times you get like leg cramps, or like your stomach just kind of feels heavy and you feel like you just need like that support under your stomach. And I mean, really, you just need as much help as you possibly can to get as much sleep as you possibly can before the baby comes. Along with like the 4 or 5 other like regular pillows that I have in the bed, I love this pillow, but it's a great pillow to have. It takes up a lot of room in the bed, and your partner will probably complain about it like mine does, but you just gotta do what you gotta do. They'll be happy when you're like less grumpy in the morning when you wake up. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you got some tips and some ideas and some suggestions. Hopefully something will help you out. So thanks for watching.